do you become a model builder? Is there like a long list of qualifications? Is there a training program
From what I know, the model builders are, they're very, very skilled, and they have to go through a rigorous induction with some of our expert model builders in and around the parks. We've advertised. Typically, you get a lot of people from art college who love Lego and want to get involved in it and sculpture, whatever it may be. So it isn't actually difficult to find them, but they still have to be very focused. Would be the word I would use. I mean, it drives me crazy. I think you have to have a certain personality type to sit there and really make something, create something quite special. But they do get a lot of good training, and we have got a lot of assistance from the Lego company in terms of computer modelling programs and infrastructure to build the bigger models in particular.
I noticed a lot of mature trees. Are you guys planning the park map around existing greenery, or have you guys been moving some of these trees around?
Yeah, both. For example, if you look over in the distance there, that tree has been there for some time, a number of years, and we built the driving school around around that tree and with the flying school in the background. But if you also look at some of the trees over here, for example, where the red is around them, those are actually oak trees that we've transplanted from the car parks in different places. In fact, we've planted a palm tree here today, 4 days. So we are keeping the oaks, and we are keeping the footprint as best we can, but we have had to relocate over 300 trees and small bushes and palm trees.
I'm curious, in the original botanical gardens, how much of that greenery was still salvageable and you were able to revive, and how much of it you've had to kind of recreate?
Well, the botanical gardens have remained untouched, completely untouched. A, they're a protected parcel, and B, we wanted to keep them intact, and if anything, we're just going to improve the pathways and bridges. But the 75-year-old banyan is special. Yeah. The challenge for us is, how do we get people to go into the gardens and experience the gardens? Treasure hunts, cabanas, Cypress Garden bells, figures made of Lego. That is how we're going to draw people into that. The beauty of those gardens is something that will give Legoland Florida an identity.
I was wondering, because I've been out to Legoland in California. There's a lot of rides that have similar or identical names. Can we expect those to pretty much be the same experience out in California? For example, the shooting dark ride. Yep. Is that also being manufactured by Sally, who did the Okay,
absolutely.
So that's a great ride out there.
The beauty of Legoland Florida is that we've cookie-cutted rides and zones that have worked very well in the other parks. Not only in terms of maintenance, customer feedback, but also throughput, capacity, and which is integral to Lego, the interactivity. And we've basically put them in here in different zones. There's certain rides that are unique to Legoland Florida. Typically the wooden roller coaster here that you see, the inverted coaster there. But predominantly we've gone with the tried and trusted models and kept the names the same, because there's a lot of people who know and love what these rides are, and they expect the same rides.